We begin with news coming in just the past few minutes that the NDA government has finalized a list of governors to replace those appointed by the UPA. This list has been sent to the Prime Minister for his approval. It includes a number of BJP heavyweights, among them Keshrinath Tripathi, Ram Naik and Balramji Tandon. The centre has had to fill at least 8 vacancies in Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Tripura, Goa, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, Nagaland and West Bengal. These vacancies have arisen either from retirements or resignations of the incumbents. 6 of them: B.L. Joshi of Uttar Pradesh, Shekhar Dutt of Chhattisgarh, M.K. Narayanan of West Bengal, B.V. Vanchu of Goa, V. Purushothaman of Mizoram and Ashwini Kumar of Nagaland have resigned in recent weeks over pressure from the centre to step down. Deepak Sharma joins us for more on this breaking story. Deepak, 8 vacancies, 3 names finalized.
All together there are 7-8 names which have been finalized. From sources we have come to know that 3 names we have come to know. One is of Mr. Keshrinath Tripathi, a former Speaker of Uttar Pradesh. He's been selected from Uttar Pradesh, while Lalji Tandon and Kalyan Singh, 2 stalwarts of BJP from UP, their names have been dropped. V.K. Malhotra, who has also been suggested that he has been finalized for Karnataka. His name has also not been finalized. Ram Naik is on the list, former Union Minister. Balramji Tandon, another stalwart from Punjab, veteran leader, BJP veteran leader from Punjab, he is there. One thing is very certain, that bureaucrats, former bureaucrats, there was a tradition of appointing former bureaucrats which had been loyal to the government as governor. No bureaucrats is on the list. Soli Sorabji's name was being taken as the governor of Kerala. Soli Sorabji's name doesn't also figure. Most of these leaders, 6-7 leaders who have been handpicked by Rajnath Singh and Amit Shah and Narendra Modi, all are veteran BJP leader who have served the party for many years. Prime Minister, this list was sent yesterday night to Prime Minister's office, and probably Prime Minister would sign this list before leaving to Brazil. Then this list will go to the President of India, and then the final list will come, and the governors will be appointed. One thing more I want to say, that governors of West Bengal, UP, Karnataka and Gujarat, these are the 4 big states.
We seem to have lost our connection there to Deepak Sharma, but we want to thank him for sending in those details. Well, we seem to be getting live visuals right now from Delhi Airport, and that is the Prime Minister's BMW that is making its way to the tarmac. In fact, as you all know, the Prime Minister will be leaving shortly for Fortaleza in Brazil. That's where the 5-nation BRICS summit will be held over the next 2 days. The Prime Minister leaving this morning for Brazil, where he's expected to meet the leaders of all 4 other BRICS nations, and on his return is expected to make a stopover in Germany. Now, in Brazil, the Prime Minister will also meet the heads of 11 Latin American countries. India is seeking to boost trade ties with the region. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi getting on board that special Air India aircraft, which will take him to Fortaleza in Brazil. Among the leaders that he'll be meeting, Xi Jinping of China, the president of China. Of course, we earlier had Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. He will also be meeting Jacob Zuma of South Africa and Dilma Rousseff of Brazil. Kamaljeet Sandhu is with us from the airport in Delhi. Kamaljeet, the Prime Minister now getting on board his aircraft. These are live visuals that we're showing viewers. Tell us more about the agenda on these meetings with these leaders we've been naming.
Well, Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, has a first stopover at Berlin, and remember the Chancellor there, Angela Merkel, will not be available. This is because of the final match between Argentina versus Germany. But remember, there could be a high-level delegation meet, which is sent to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the huge team. And obviously, this is to show the greater cooperation between the two countries. And obviously, after that, he does fly off to Brazil. But remember, on agenda is not only the BRICS Bank, which is a major prestige issue. And remember, this is not to do just with the economy, but also the politics in the subcontinent. And obviously, it involves 40% of the world's population in all these 5 countries, including India. But also along with that is that major bilaterals between India and Russia, as well as India and China. And with China, it's obviously going to be a bigger deal, because obviously there have been very controversial topics, which includes staple visas. It also includes the issue of a line of actual control, the perception, and we've seen the Chinese incursions happening both in Arunachal as well as Ladakh. So these issues will obviously be brought up within the topic itself. But remember, it's about greater cooperation. India is also seeking for greater help as far as getting the permanent seat in Security Council is concerned. So many topics very much there. Narendra Modi has his hands full, so is a huge delegation which is going along with Mr. Modi. So definitely a lot in hand, a lot of great expectations, but we'll really have to see what really comes out of it.
Kamaljeet, we also understand that there are a number of security matters on that will be discussed. Russia and China in particular have an interest in Afghanistan. That's something that might feature in the talks with those two leaders?
Well, definitely so. Defense deals with Russia is of prime importance to India, and there has been a cooperation much earlier also. With China, there has been some strained relations earlier, but obviously with the new Prime Minister in the country, there seems to be a changing equation. But will Narendra Modi be able to get the best out of China? And obviously there's been not only a comparison with the bullet trains in both the countries, but also about topics such as about China's better deal with Pakistan. But obviously they would be talking about issues like Ladakh, like Arunachal Pradesh, or talk about staple visas. These are some hardcore issues which both the countries really need to thrash it out and sort it out. But again, it's also about having a greater cooperation. Remember, China does not have a very comfortable equation now with Vietnam and the rest of the other countries. So they would be looking at a softer aspect with India at this point of time. So obviously, we're not wanting to really change a lot of equations. But remember, these are two giant partners in the subcontinent, and they would look at a greater cooperation.
All right. Thank you so much, Kamaljeet, for getting us those details as the Prime Minister makes his way over to Brazil. Shots from earlier this morning, just a short while ago, in fact, of him getting out of his BMW and boarding that special Air India aircraft that will fly him to the town of Fortaleza.